Thug Motivation 104 is the fourth installment in a series of albums released by Jeezy. He's previously stated that this would be his last album, but more recently he clarified that it would be his last release on Def Jam Recordings, as well as the last in the Thug Motivation series. Hi, it's Jasmine with Pulse, and if you're new here, welcome, and consider subscribing to stay in touch with what we got going on here on the channel. But for now, let's get motivated by the Snowman. The Thug Motivation series is Jeezy's unofficial street handbook, where he aims to motivate and inspire his fans, but more importantly, people who share his experiences from the streets and their shared backgrounds from their tough environments. Each Thug Motivation album has a tag on it, and just like you would get in a college course, it's meant to be a tutorial, a street tutorial. The lesson in the final course is the legend of the Snowman, which right off the bat is Jeezy's way of telling us about his story and his personal come up. Now, the album starts off with the track enTRAPreneur, which is backed by a violin instrumental and a spoken word intro by Gary Vaynerchuk, a popular media entrepreneur who is famed for his motivational speeches. Now, Vaynerchuk describes a mind state that leaves no room for complacency or error. Before Jeezy comes in and talks about his environment and the various challenges that he faced and what got him started as a hustler through his youth, right up to his musical career. The intro is a synopsis of his life to this point and prepares you for what is to come on the album. Now, big shit sounds like 08 Jeezy, and on this track, Jeezy's persona talks about the confidence that a hustler is required to have to stand the test that the streets will inevitably bring. He salutes the TM 101 album, whose tag was "Let's Get It." This is the foundation of the Snowman persona. Now, the bouncy track Look Like stays in line with the theme on Big Shit. The braggadocio on the track is backed up by a persona that demands respect and is unwilling to be crossed by anyone around him. Now, the Snowman warns anyone around him that there are consequences to defying him, and you better stay on his good side. Now, Jeezy stays true to the trap sound that serves up a majority of his earlier hits, and Better Tell 'Em isn't any different. The sound is very reminiscent of the TM 101 sound. Now, the track has a club feel to it, but retains Jeezy's unwavering swagger. He still tells a story though, and describes various street situations littered through the song. Now, the chorus is really catchy, and Jeezy flexes his ability to be melodic. Jeezy addresses his core demo on Mr. Pyrex, and by this point, Jeezy sounds like he's picked up right from where TM 101 left off. The instrumental takes you right back to 05. Mr. Pyrex is about work ethic and about the hustler's ability to keep his enterprise going. Already Rich has the first official feature on the album in the shape of CeeLo Green. Now, Jeezy departs from the trap sound slightly on this track, but the trap mentality has also changed to maintaining the wealth and the position that has already been attained. The persona is happy with his spot, but is making sure not to rest on his laurels. Now, One Time was the first official release off the album, and the video was released prior to the album actually dropping. The track is what we've come to expect from Jeezy. It feels like the hustler anthem of the album, and Jeezy talks up the hustler life while saluting his peers. Now, the up-tempo feel on Oh Yeah is pleasantly welcome. The track features Ball Greasy and is a fun record. Now, Jeezy makes a play on one of his favorite ad-libs. Both artists pose questions as to why they do what's unique to them, and overall why hustlers do what they do. This is definitely a favorite on the album. White Keys is Jeezy's comfort zone both in subject matter and artistry. The Snowman persona describes the intricacies of moving weight. It's no coincidence that the leading instrument is a piano, emphasizing the overall theme on the song. MLK Boulevard features Meek Mill and was released prior to the album's release. The party sound on the track is complemented by the message about a hustler realizing that he has enemies who want him out of the way. Jeezy and Meek Mill use the MLK reference to highlight the length to which their enemies will go to eliminate them from the game. Jeezy unites with Rick Ross to bring us 06, where he reflects on the early days of his musical career as he's transitioned from the streets. Now, Ross has a very good offering with a very impressive guest verse. They keep the track in line with the more aggressive side of the streets. Don't Make Me retains Jeezy's resolve to stay on top of the hustler's game. He reminds himself that there's more to achieve in the game, and cautions not only himself but his opponents not to push him because he has nothing to lose since he came from nothing. Fake Love is the first Mellow track on the album and features R&B artist Queen Naija. Now, Jeezy describes that fake people surround you not only when you're successful but disappear when things are not as rosy. Now, this is the first track where Jeezy addresses the other side of the hustler life, which is a breath of fresh air because you want the art to represent real life. The track samples Faith Evans' song I Love You, which in turn sampled Isaac Hayes' Make a Little Love to Me. The juvenile cadence on All Night is unmistakable. Jeezy interpolates Back That Ass Up on his first verse. Meanwhile, Gunna lends the guest verse to the down-tempo track. That is not only really a love song, but both artists talking to their love interest. By the time we get to Foreplay, Jeezy has now got us in serenade mode. The track samples Pretty Ricky's On the Hotline and features singer Ty Dolla $ign. If All Night was treading the waters on the love song territory, here Jeezy and Ty Dolla $ign talk up their love interests in this up-tempo collaboration. Play It Safe keeps the ball rolling as Jeezy continues to spread the love. Now, the track features rapper Noah Sharf, and Jeezy does as he always does, urging his love interest to join him on his life journey as they take on the world together. Jeezy hands out 10 commandments on Don't Forget, as he motivates the listener not to waste their money and resources on frivolous things, only to be dead broke a little while later. He tells the hustler in you to stay on your toes and has a spoken word skit that criticizes people who blow their money as soon as they get it. Jeezy chooses to close out his album with the mellow and reflective track, The Real MVP, which is an ode to his mother. The track that features John Legend sees Jeezy honor the most important woman in his life. Now, Jeezy is apologetic about not spending as much time with his mother, and he's regretful about putting her through a lot by living the hustler life. He expresses that he hopes his mother is proud of his achievements and uses Kevin Durant's tearful and memorable speech about his own mother to end the track. Overall, Jeezy provides what we've known him for throughout his career, and he supports his album with the different facets of his life. Now, it remains to be seen when his next offering will be, especially since he was coy about his future exploits on a recent Breakfast Club interview. One thing is for sure, the album will satisfy Jeezy's core listeners and even give them memories of the early Jeezy from Thug Motivation 101. So, that's all for now. Did you enjoy the album? Leave a comment below, and while you're at it, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Until next time, guys, peace.